What's up, everybody? We are back in Inspirada, awesome community in Henderson, Nevada. We're taking a look at the KB homes. These are the reserves, and they're being built in the 6-4 section, so the western villages, kind of closer over to where the 15 freeway is. Right now we're in the 1849X. It's 1,849 square feet. The base price is starting just over $505,000. This 1,849 square foot floor plan is single story. It's got 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, really fantastic layout. The main living space, very open, inviting for people to congregate, conversate. We've got dining room right next to the living space, and then making a triangle out of the whole situation would be the kitchen area as well. One of the changes, as we're now building in the 6-4 area these KB homes are gonna be at, we've got a countertop that extends all the way through. So right now this is modeled as having a pantry. On these new homes that they're building over in 6-4 of Inspirada, it would actually be a countertop all the way across. So that's one of the changes you need to be aware of. So this single story home being this nice and open, even though it's one of the smaller floor plans that they have, it definitely doesn't feel small. It lends itself to feeling like you have plenty of space. Let's head into the primary suite and take a look at what that has to offer. The bathroom's actually gonna have a slight change to the layout from the model as well. Right here upon entry, there would actually be a linen closet, followed by a shower tub combo, which is actually gonna make a little bit more room in the primary closet. Coming back to the other side of the house, we actually have the 2 secondary bedrooms over here, so nice separation between the primary living space and the 2 secondary bedrooms. Let's go in and take a look at these areas of the home. So this area of the home where you have this first secondary bedroom is across the hall from where the front door is, but there's also the entry point right here from the garage. So when you're coming home, it's where you park your car and enter the home from. We've got a couple of linen closets as well in this hallway area, as well as the half bath. As we move over to the third and final bedroom, this hallway we've got the secondary bathroom with the shower, and then we head into the front of the house where we have the third bedroom. That floor plan is really great for single story, has that nice open layout feel. This next one we're going into is actually the smallest of the floor plans for the reserves. Gonna be single story as well, about 300 square feet smaller. This one is 3 bedroom, 2 baths, so it's lacking that extra half bath, but it does have a starting price at $488,000, so a little bit under that $500,000 mark. The 1589 floor plan, like I said, single story, and I think it's gonna have some people be really big fans of it, and other people might not like it as much. It does have a unique layout also. We'll start from the front of the house and work our way towards the back. So right up here towards the front, looking out this window, we have a breakfast nook, and this is in the back side of the kitchen area. You've got the pantry, plenty of countertop space here as we work our way into the kitchen. So once again, this really lends itself to the open floor plan. You can see from one side of the house over to the other side. The open floor plan is very popular right now, so this lends itself to what's in trend right now currently. Just off the main living space, we have this hallway that has the 2 secondary bedrooms, as well as a laundry room, and then the full bath as well. So like we mentioned before we came in, this house does not have the additional half bath that the first one we saw does, but it does have the bathroom right here for the 2 secondary bedrooms. With this slider out to the back, I think it lends itself to talk about kind of yard space out here. It's gonna vary from lot to lot, and there are lot premiums that you need to be aware of. So when we talk about the base prices, you also have to think there's likely gonna be some sort of a lot premium, and typically the larger the lot or more desirable of an area, the higher that's gonna be. With this specific floor plan, since it's the smallest of these reserve floor plans, that tends to lend itself to have a little bit more backyard space since the footprint of the house itself is going to be smaller than some of the larger homes. Here in the primary suite, they do have the option set up here for a sliding glass door to have another access point to the backyard. And as we mentioned a little bit about the backyard also, I guess we should touch on the fact that Inspirada is really known for having plenty of park space, a lot of walking trails. It's a very outdoorsy community where there's plenty of local and nearby recreation to hang out, take your dog out to play, go hang out with the kids, play areas, all those sorts of amenities. So definitely take a look at some of our other videos on Inspirada because we go really in depth as far as what you can come to expect living in this community. On the whole, that's a really great floor plan, especially for someone that doesn't need a bunch of additional space. It's very straightforward, gets straight to the point. So for someone that's not looking for a massive home, that's a really great option. Now we're gonna head into a couple of two-story homes, and these are the two larger floor plans that they offer here at the Reserves at KB. As we step in with the entryway, there are some slight changes to this floor plan, so the way you see it modeled is going to be slightly different. Now, over here off to the left, we have the half bath for the guests, and there's going to be some reconfiguration here, so the bathroom, instead of being right behind this wall, will be over in this area with a small closet. This whole entry space is actually going to be slightly shorter, but the benefit from that is going to be a much larger pantry in the kitchen area, which is going to open that up and give you a walk-in pantry. You can see from the closet pantry space that they have here for the kitchen, it's pretty shallow, so that change up front at the entryway is really going to allow for much more pantry space, a nice walk-in pantry here in the kitchen. As we walk into the main living space of the home, something I always really like is having a countertop like this where you can get some casual seating, casual dining, and then you have a different space for the formal dining table as well. Really opens up into the main living room. Large open space, plenty of options for how you can configure the room. And yeah, it's very enjoyable for, if you're having company over, if you have a larger family, whoever's visiting, everyone can converse really well in here. One of the real benefits of this floor plan is being able to have a primary suite downstairs as well as upstairs. So option for two primary suites. That really works out in the favor of many families that need that type of a setup. Right here before we go into the downstairs primary suite, there's actually a closet that goes underneath the stairs. Lots of extra storage space, even for you Harry Potter fans. You might think this is maybe where Harry's hanging out. Going upstairs, as we go up, you'll notice a nice modern railing. It's definitely an upgrade here with KB, but it definitely gives it that modern look through the house. Here at the top of the stairs, if you go over to the left, we have that second primary suite, and it's definitely larger than the first one, so you want to stick around for that. But we open up here into this really large loft space. Many ways you can configure this setup in this room, but if you have kids like I do, this is definitely a great space for the kids to kind of hang out while the parents, the adults, hang out kind of downstairs. Back this way, we've got the secondary bedrooms, so let's go take a look at these two. As we're here in this secondary bedroom, I'm looking out to the window. We got these awesome views of the mountains, and here in Inspirada, you can pretty much count on at some point in the house, you're gonna be able to look off towards the mountains. We're kind of surrounded here. There's a whole playlist I have of Inspirada content, so you might want to check that out if this looks like a community that you would want to be a part of. Let's head away from these secondary bedrooms. What's really nice is they're separated from the primary suite that's upstairs. So let's head to the other side of this upstairs area and take a look at that second primary suite. This primary suite upstairs is definitely larger than the one that we saw downstairs. A little bit more spacious, a little bit more room in here. The other thing is we were just on one side of the house with these great mountain views, and now we're on the completely other side. Still have great mountain views, got some city views, views of the strip. We won't necessarily be building these in this same section. So they're currently being, as we mentioned at the beginning of the video, over in section 6-4, which is further west. It's closer to the 15 freeway. Actually, if you're in Inspirada, this section that they're building in 6-4 has the best route to the 15 freeway. So really nice freeway access from the community. This one starts at $568,990. That's the base price for the home, and I think it's gonna be a great option for people that have that need for 2 primary suites. Now let's head over to the last floor plan. It's the largest of the groupings here at the Reserves. We're here at the 3066 floor plan. This is the largest of the grouping here at the Reserves. It's gone through some changes over the years. You may have seen it previously modeled as a 3057. Made some changes, makes it a little bit more open. Let's go inside and take a look. And the entryway has these really tall ceilings, so it's nice and open as you step into the home. Nice entry point, maybe even a spot to put your shoes as you come in, take your shoes off, and then we head into a super open living space. It really sets itself up to be able to do a lot of configurations, and I'm taking note of some of the upgrades that we have here. Statement pieces on the walls, some build out for a fireplace. So you want to keep in mind a lot of the things you'll see in the video are going to be upgraded, and if you want to do those upgrades along the way, there's definitely upcharges for those types of things, or you can even do them on your own after you close. Right here we've got a bedroom set up downstairs. It could be done as a den, and then right next to it we've got this storage room. One of the options that you can configure this as would be as a bedroom with a full bath right attached to it. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as far as what setup works best for you. And then right behind me, we have the garage as well. So coming home, that's where you would kind of walk in, be the entry point after parking your car in the garage. As we head upstairs, right here next to the stairway, we actually have this closet for coats, and it goes even underneath the stairs, so plenty of storage space. And it's right near that entryway area, so if you have guests coming over, you need to take a coat, great spot to put it. We're gonna head upstairs. One thing I wanted to point out is some things that can be slightly different would be based on the elevation. So there's many different types of front aspects to the home that look different, and with that comes some subtle changes to like where windows might be positioned and some of the cutouts might be. Another really great loft space here at the top of the stairs. We're gonna go down this hallway where the secondary bedrooms are. In this hallway, we've got the secondary bathroom here with the shower tub combo. And then on the left, you'll have the laundry room, which there is a slight change to what you'll see modeled. There's actually a corner that is gonna get opened up so the room becomes a full rectangle. Moving forward down the hallway, we've got 3 of these bedrooms up here. They're all secondary bedrooms, but they have walk-in closets. I know that's an item that a lot of buyers will have on their wish list. We're gonna move over to this one here that's looking out towards the front. It's actually set up as an office, but you can configure it as a bedroom however you'd like to utilize it. Heading into the primary suite, we've got the French doors that open up, both of them. And one note, we mentioned on the laundry room how they made that alteration to make that room a full rectangle. That little cutout switch is gonna affect just this little corner of where the entryway is with this door. But aside from that, really nice, spacious primary suite here. As we head into the primary suite bathroom, on the right, you'll notice we have this huge walk-in closet, plenty of space to hang your clothes, but also to store any other belongings you may have. Hope you enjoyed the tour of these model homes here at KB Homes in Inspirada. Keep in mind, there's so much more to know about the neighborhood, the community living here, and there's so much that's still yet to be built out in this community as far as a brand new resort. There's still plenty of residences that are being built, tons of parks. We got Montana Park being built. There's plenty to be aware of and find out about if you're interested in relocating to this area. You can always get in touch with me. Again, I'm Jesse Vargas with Urban Nest Realty. You can contact me at 702-580-1071. I'm happy to answer any of your questions you may have. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.